Hi. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing good.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay. Hey, how are you? This is my first time doing Be Live, so I have no clue what I'm doing, and anyways.
that's so fun.
So I think, are we live? How do I know if we're live?
We are.
We are live?
Yep.
Cool, and then I guess we better start talking.
Hey,
We
hey,
don't want to bore.
everybody.
We don't want to bore our people, right? We want to, make sure they're engaged, but, it's all good.
Part of
So,
the process.
so anyways, Kat, I still remember when we met. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Do you remember how many
Oh, that
years
was a
ago
long
it
time
was?
ago, hey?
Yeah, it's been a
That's
while.
over 5, definitely over 5.
Is it really been that long?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. So it's cool. Well, that's just how fast time is flying, right? Everything is flying by so super fast. And that's what I'm finding. It just seems like the weeks are not like a week, they're like 2 days. But it just seems the weeks are just flying by. So, I still remember meeting you at that. We met, you were hosting those events every Tuesday night. Isn't that what it was? Every Tuesday night,
Hmm.
way in, South Side. It was like 45 minutes away from me, and you're putting on these little seminars for $20, and I still remember meeting you for the first time and thinking, oh my God, I am so proud of you for doing this, because sometimes there'd be 5 people, sometimes there'd be 30 people. You never knew from week to week to week, but you were so consistent about doing it. And I know myself as a speaker, sometimes there's nothing more annoying than you're expecting 100 people and you go to speak at an event and there's like 5 or like 20. And then, as a speaker, you kind of get a little deflated because you're thinking, oh my God, like, how come the room isn't full, right? Like, I want to help lots of people. And, when you have a bigger crowd, you seem to have a more energy. And so that's always important too as a speaker, is to have that energy so you can, stay engaged and stuff. So I was always so amazed at how you kept doing it week after week after week, no matter how many people were there.
Yeah, and as a speaker, I mean, that's what it comes to, right? It's like sometimes you're gonna have 5 people in front of you, sometimes you're going to have 300 people in front of you. But really, it has to do everything with keeping your energy up as a speaker, is connecting to your purpose, right? So what is it that you want to create in the world? As long as you're driving every single event, every single stage, every single talk from your why, from what it is that you want to create for other people, from serving others, it really doesn't matter if it's a one person or if it's 1,000 people, right? Because at the end of the day, like, there's always going to be that one person in the room that their life is going to change forever, just because of you sharing your story and you teaching them something. And for me, that's what allowed for me to host those events consistently, no matter how successful or quote, I say quote, unsuccessful they are, because it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? For me, every event was successful. I have had an event where nobody came out, Kelly, like not even one single person, like nobody came out, but I would still host it, and I would just prop up a camera and record myself speaking. And then I would watch
Right.
it back and critique my own talk and do it again. So it was never a wasted event. It was never a wasted time for me, because I knew I have a bigger purpose. It's not just about my ego. But on top of that, as you know, every single event would have a different title and different description and different topic. And so it allowed for me to test and find out, what is it that my people, my tribe, my followers are attracted to. So what exactly do they want to learn right now? Because in reality, as much as we can grow our following tremendously, and there's a lot of strategies on how to do it, the people who are attracted to you specifically, you can't control that, because they will be attracted to part of your story of who you are or how you show up or the eye contact you make or how you look or whatever it is, right? Each person has their own reason on why they want to follow you and they want to listen to you and they want to hear your story. And so it's important to know, what are people that are following you right now? What do they need? What are they looking from you, right? And that's how you create successful products too, right? It's not just about speaking. It's also creating change in somebody's lives. And in order for you to create change in somebody's life, you need to be able to provide them a service. And so that's where it comes from too, because I know you experienced that firsthand, where people come to you and they're like, Kelly, you wrote so many books. I want to write a book. Tell me how to write a book, right? And or
Right.
Kelly, you speak on all those stages. How did you get 3 million, 5 million views on this one talk? Like, they want to know. And so it organically shows you, what are people wanting from you right now?
Exactly. And every audience is different.
Yes.
Right. So I don't know about you, Kat, but like I speak to teenagers, so I speak to schools. I speak to well, actually, this is really cool. Next week I'm speaking at an event with teenagers in business. So this is a group of teenagers who have been given a pool of money to expand their businesses. And so they've asked me to speak about perseverance, which is not a topic that I speak a lot about, but I'm speaking about perseverance. And then my other audience that I normally speak to is women in business. Right. So every speech is different and every audience is different and they all have different needs and they have different likes and dislikes and that sort of thing. So, yeah. So it's really super cool that you don't know who is going to relate to you. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's cool too, because between me and you, we're both speakers. But I want to highlight it for those of you who are watching. Kelly gets paid to speak. She's a keynote speaker, so she does that a lot. I get paid from selling services and products from stage. So it's two different types of profiting from using speaking as a tool. And I think both are super valuable. And so it's cool to see how I've seen your career progress over years, where you've been at some of the biggest stages in the world. Like, that's amazing. And I've seen my career progress in like a different direction, where people would start hiring me to sell their services and products, and then building a whole training academy on that, where I teach other people to do speaking and how to sell from stage, right? So it's just such a cool contrast between what you do and what I do. I love it.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's one of the reasons why, people say to me, Kel, like, you're a speaker. Why would you want to coach other people to be competitors with you? And I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share what you're doing, because you're right. Like, I'm the keynote speaker. So that's the direction I went in right from day one. I wanted to just share my message, and I didn't have a program to sell or a product to sell other than my book. And so I went in that direction, whereas you went in the whole direction of, okay, I'm going to get as many stages as I can so I can sell my program, I can sell my product. And in a lot of cases, you probably made more money. So that's the truth.
It is true, just because when you look at it, and that's why I'm so passionate about teaching my methodology, right? Is because when you look at it as a keynote speaker, say you get paid, I don't even know who's a good example. I think Gary Vee gets paid like 100K per stage, right? Which is a lot. It is. But here's the thing is, you have to be famous in order to secure stages and charge that much. So you have to build up your following to that level, right? And then you can charge 100K, 500K. I don't even know what Oprah charges. It's probably something ridiculous like that, right?
Right.
But the whole journey of building up that following and fame, like, this is where a lot of people get it wrong, where they go like, well, I'm going to charge 100K per stage. And then they struggle finding a stage. Well, no wonder, nobody knows who you are yet. So you have to build up to it, right? Where most of the speakers, when they're starting out, like, they're lucky if they get paid like $500 or $1,000 for a keynote talk, right? And it's great to speak on stage and get paid to share your story and your message. But in the same time, in the same hour that keynote speaker is on stage and getting paid $1,000, I can sell 10 packages at $1,000. And I'll make 10 times. right?
Right.
That given there will be service delivered on the other side, but again, it just depends on your passion. If you're passionate about serving people, and you want to coach, serve people, you want to help them get from where they are to where they want to be in whatever area of life that is, help them solve a problem, right? It's it's a natural fit to create a service that will support them through the steps, through the process that they need to go through in order to get there. So I just love an ability to scale what it is that I do according to how many stages I want to be on or how big the stages are. Because in truth, I control my own income. And I think this is where a lot of people, we all come, well, most of us come from a job background, right? Where you sit for 40 hours or 25 or whatever it is your hours are, and then you get that paycheck and you go deposit into account and you come back and you do it again. Well, the challenge is you might get a raise like once a year if you're lucky, and the raise is what, like, on average it is like 1.5% or something like that of your income. Like, that's ridiculous. I can't even think. I can't believe I used to do this.
Right.
Where now I'm like, okay, well, I want to go on vacation. I go secure a stage, and then page pays for my vacation, right? So I can
Right.
actually scale what it is that I do. If I want to scale beyond millions of dollars, then I just automate some of that process where it doesn't require for me to be on a stage, and I start hosting webinars, right? So there's like so many, the business model is so simple, yet I see a lot of people missing the point. And that's why we have a whole 3-day event around the business model of public speaking and how to use speaking to grow your business and get clients on repeat every single month. Because in reality, you should be in control of your own income. You should be in control of how many clients you're getting. You should be in control of your business. It shouldn't be the other way around where you're wondering what your business is going to bring you every month. You should be able to just say, here's what I want, and then know the steps to calculate backwards what do you need to do. And so that's what Profitable Speaker Bootcamp, like Kelly, you attended, this is what we teach. We help you put together a talk, and then we show you the business model of using that as a tool to grow your business consistently. So you can just do it over and over and over again.
Exactly. And that's the cool thing about being a speaker, is that there is many different revenue models. So you don't have to do just one revenue model, right? Like I focused on keynote. That definitely is my passion. I love it. But then what was happening over the past 6 months to a year or so is that people were coming to me and say, Kel, teach me how to write a book. Teach me how to coach, or coach me on how to, publish a book on Facebook or on, Amazon, and how did you become a best-selling author? And so now I am. That was one of the reasons I wanted to take your program, and I did. That was like what, last summer, I think it was, or last fall, when you did it, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. I wanted to learn your methods so that I can then take my career to a whole different level, so that I can have multiple streams of income. So I can have the keynote revenue stream, which is still my passion, and I can now also have the whole, how to publish a book in 7 easy steps. That's a whole another business model that I have. So I'm learning more about how to sell from the stage and how to, put together your program so that you can sell it and make an additional income, right? And so it's working.
So I'm actually super excited because Kelly, you're going to be one of our guest speakers for the VIP attendees at the event. So by the way, guys, Profitable Speaker Bootcamp is coming up on July 10, 11, 12. I'm looking over because that's where my calendar is. So July 10, 11, 12, we're hosting it 100% online. So we went virtual. We used to host them in person, but clearly to the current conditions, we'll keep you all safe, but it's going to be just as valuable. So we're excited to take it online. We already sold over 80 tickets, so we're pumped. And Kelly, we're super excited to have you as one of our guest speakers and teaching our attendees how to use books as a tool to grow your business and grow your following, right? Because that's such a key piece in our business model as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
If you want to check out Profitable Speaker Bootcamp, I just want you to drop a comment saying speaker. So just drop the word speaker, and we'll make sure you get some info. By the way, Kelly, we love you. We want to show you how much we appreciate you and your following and your tribe, people who are watching right now. So we're gonna give each person who's gonna drop the word speaker is going to get a coupon code, and you get a ticket to attend Profitable Speaker Bootcamp just for $1. So usually it's
Oh my God,
$97.
that's
You guys get it
amazing.
for $1. So just
Thank
drop the word
you.
speaker. We'll send you all the information, and you can get the ticket just for $1. We want you to experience firsthand what it's like to, first of all, become a speaker. Second of all, use it as a business model to consistently grow your business and get clients and repeat. So you'll get a chance to speak. We'll help you refine your story. We'll show you the structure for profitable signature talk, so you can actually come out of the bootcamp, finalize some of the slides that you need, and you'll be able to start delivering those talks and getting clients right away. So you get the full package. Really, we've never seen an event like this. I don't know about you, Kelly, because I've attended many events, and at a lot of events they just don't give you the complete system. So we make a point of teaching you the complete system.
You know, Kat, one of the things that I also loved about your 3-day live course was how you actually got people up there speaking. So it wasn't just a whole bunch of do this, do this, do this, do this. It was all about, okay, do this, now let's practice. Do this, now let's practice. Do this, now let's practice. And that, I think, is so important because especially for a lot of people who are new that want to be speakers and they're not sure how to get started or what the topic should be or anything. And some people that attended were so scared to even just get up and talk in front of 50 people. And so, you know, that's one thing that I love about what you and Kim do is you make it feel so safe for people to get up and share that story that they want to share. Yeah. So, and the feedback you get is awesome too.
We will
Are you going to do the contest?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the contest?
Absolutely.
Are you?
So we're just figuring out how to do it. So the contest, it's really, really cool, guys. So you see right there, right there, the sticky notes. So every single sticky note is a stage that someone secured at our last event. So yes, will help you secure stages as well. That's a big goal behind the event, is not just show you how to speak and help you refine your story and what to say, how to say it in the way that it actually gets you a client, but actually help you secure stages. So you can go and practice your story and practice your talks after the event, because that's a big part. If you're a speaker, you're only a speaker if you're speaking on stages. The secret speaker doesn't exist.
You know, it's interesting because I've got I had a friend of mine. She said to me, she said, "Look, I've got my speaker one sheet, I've got my website, I've got my topics, I've got everything going, but how come I don't have any stages to speak on?" And I'm like, okay, you don't just, you know, do all that and then land a full slate of speaking gigs. Like I've been speaking now for I don't know if it's been 9 years or 10 years. I can't remember what year I started. And all I know is I still have to market myself. I still don't have a full slate of speaking gigs. It's just, I'm still out there, you know, marketing myself, trying to get more speaking gigs. I'm, you know, changing topics sometimes too, because, you know, what I teach or what I speak at in a school is not exactly what, you know, a woman's event is going to want.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So I think that's really important is know your audience and know your event planner and really, you know, get to know those people who are planning events. That's how you're going to get more speaking gigs, is by connecting with the event planners.
It's really the power of the community, right? And that's why I personally love attending events. I still do attend events, although I host a lot of my own. But really, when it comes to securing stages, your best and biggest thing that you can do to get on stages is have a community, have connections, and build out those connections to the point where you consistently get invites. And that's what happens to me all the time. People reach out, and I know, Kelly, that happens to you too. People reach out to you just like we did, and we're like, hey, can you come on and speak to our tribe? Because they need what it is that you're offering. They need your knowledge. They need your brilliant brain to come in and show us how to do it, because we're not experts in everything. And I'm the first one to admit we're not. We specialize in one thing, but you do it really freaking well. And I recommend that you do the same. So for those of you who are watching right now or you're watching replay, start thinking about that. Is you don't need to be an expert in everything. You just need to know your thing really well, whatever that is. That one problem that you want to solve for your people, just go deeper. You don't need, there's plenty of other experts out there who are happy to help, just like Kelly was happy to help us and provide her genius to our network, right? There's so many other experts that are happy to jump in and fill in those gaps. So start connecting with people. Make sure that you always grow in those connections. You keep it in touch, right? Whether it's event organizers, other speakers, your tribe, always keep in touch. You just never know. Kelly's a speaker, I'm a speaker, which means we're consistently secure in stages. And chances are 99% of those stages don't overlap, which means at any given time, I can reach out to Kelly and say, hey, Kelly, where are you speaking next year? Do they still have spots? Can you connect me to the organizer? She might say yes, she might say no. That's okay. It doesn't mean that you don't ask, right? So my rule number one is always ask.
Exactly. And that's why, like, even on Facebook, every once in a while, I'll just post on Facebook and I'll say, hey, I'm looking for more places to get my message out there. Does anybody know of any stages that need speakers? And even if it's free ones, I want in, So, and especially now that I'm developing my program and, coaching people to be authors, now even more so, I'm looking for more stages because there are lots of opportunities to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Kelly, it's been a pleasure. Again, for those of you who want to check out Profitable Speaker Bootcamp and get that $1 ticket, I tell you right now, this is Kelly. I'm so excited that your audience gets this awesome deal because I'm excited to support them, really. This is something I wish I had 5 years ago when I started my business. So you guys get it just for $1. It's a great investment. Just attend the 3 days, put together your talk, get stages, fine tune your story, and start getting clients on repeat. That's all it comes to. So just drop the word speaker in the comments and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, thank you, Kat, because, and I'm going to put one more plug in for Kat and Kim's program because I have taken it. So I think it's really important that, I do love their program. I mean, like I said, I've been speaking for 9 or 10 years. I've seen all kinds of stuff out there. And this is the one program where you are actually going to figure out what is that speech. You're going to get practice. You're going to land stages. You're going to feel so confident at the end of it. And if you're not, there's tons of people there who will happily love and support you and guide you on your journey. And that's one thing I love about Kat and Kim is that they just want to help people. It's not about the money at all. It really isn't. In fact, when all 3 days I was waiting for them to make their pitch, and their pitch was so how do I put it? It was so soft, right? It was like some events you go to, you're being pitched to, and they pitch you all the time. And to me, that was one thing that Kat and Kim did is that they delivered and delivered and delivered and delivered. And that is the main thing, is you want people who are going to teach you how to do what to do and make an impact and make an income. So thank you.
Appreciate you.
You are very welcome. I'm so excited. We're going to have a full event at your event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And again, make sure you comment below the word speaker, and then you'll have access to Kat's program for $1. You definitely don't want to miss it for $1.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. There we go.